Hello baseball fans, this is King Ikibu coming to you live from Yankee Stadium in New York, where we are down to the nitty gritty. We are in the round of 32, the 32 top teams as proven by our games, by playing them out. The top 32 teams of the 1950s, and we're going to find out who is the best team of the 1950s. And now we're getting down, as I say, serious business, as we will look more in depth in each one of these series. What I'm planning to do, there's 16 series in the round of 32. I'll play game one of each of these series, and then I'll play the deciding games. That's what I've decided to do. I don't want to put every game up. That would take forever. But our first series it's where I'm going to reveal the number one ranked team in this tournament. And it is the 1958 New York Yankees, who won 109 ball games. Therefore, and the World Series, and therefore they have earned the number one seed in this tournament. And they will be facing, in this best of seven series, the true Cinderellas of this tournament, the 1957 Baltimore Orioles. And I want to give you some more statistics about what teams make up these 32 teams. I'm going by memory here, but we have 7 New York Yankee teams in the round of 32. We have 6 Cleveland Indian teams in the round of 32, and we have 5 Milwaukee Braves teams in the round of 32. That is 18 teams. Out of 32 are those 3 franchises. Those 3 teams dominated the 50s. And that is proven by what has transpired here so far in this tournament. Let's give you some more franchises. The Dodgers have 3 teams. The Giants have 3 teams. The White Sox have 3 teams. That's 27 out of the 32 are those 6 franchises: Yankees, Indians, White Sox, Dodgers, Giants, Braves, and that's 6? Yes. Those 6 franchises have 27 out of the 32 teams. There's 5 franchises with single teams. One is Boston, one is Detroit, one are the Philadelphia Phillies, and the other Cubs have 1 team, and here we have the Baltimore Orioles of 1957. I'm going to put some more stats in the description. If you're a stats geek and you like this kind of thing, I'll put some of it in there. I don't want to bore you all to death if you don't like statistics. But let's get on with this team. Can the Cinderella Baltimore Orioles? They lost their first game in this tournament to one of the St. Louis Cardinal teams. Then they won the next 2 to win the first round series, and then they went to the second round where they met the 1950 Brooklyn Dodgers and swept them. I believe the Dodgers were around the 13th or 14th ranked team, somewhere in there. They were up high, and the Orioles swept them to get to this place where they will face the number one ranked team, the Yankees. Let me introduce to you the Baltimore Orioles of 1957, at least the one starting here today. Leading off and playing right field, Al Pilarchik. Batting second and playing shortstop. We're going to try him out there. Our good friend, you've seen him many times before. It's no coincidence that this man is on winning ball clubs. I think he's becoming one of my favorites, as you can tell. Billy Goodman. He is coming up over and over again. We're going to try him at shortstop. Hopefully he doesn't fall on his face. But we're going to try him there. He's batting second and playing shortstop, Billy Goodman. Batting third, the third baseman, George Kell. He's a Hall of Famer. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Bob Boyd. Batting fifth, the catcher, Gus Triandos. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Bob Neiman. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Jim Busby. That's right, Jim. And batting eighth, the second baseman, Billy Gardner. And today's starting pitcher, Connie Johnson. Connie Johnson has had 1 start in this tournament, and he shut out the St. Louis Cardinals in the second game, an elimination game. If he would have lost that game, the Baltimore would not be here. They would be eliminated. But he came through with a shutout and won it for them, and then the Baltimore beat St. Louis in the next game to advance. For the New York Yankees, the number 1 seed in this tournament, leading off, playing left field, Elston Howard. Batting second, the shortstop, Tony Kubek. Batting third, the Mick. In center field, Mickey Mantle. Batting third. Batting fourth, the third baseman, Andy Carey. Surprise and cleanup spot. Batting fifth, the catcher, Yogi Berra. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Hank Bauer. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Moose Scoudron. And batting eighth, the second baseman, Gil McDougald. And batting ninth, today's starting pitcher, Bob Turley. Winner of 17 games and losing 5 with a 2.54 ERA. I didn't give you what Connie Johnson's pitching marks were. He was 13 and 11, 395. The Yankees have been sitting and waiting for their opponent, and now we know who they are. The number 1 seed in the tournament. Let's get this one underway. Yes, I don't want to go to the rules. I did that before. Just go here just to get New York on the computer so I don't have to play as both teams. Okay, here we go. And Pilarchik begins.
Billy Goodman.
With a walk. And Billy Goodman is an excellent bunter. We'll take a couple pitches, and Turley maybe is a little wild to start off this one. 3 balls and no strikes to Billy Goodman. And he walks him. 2 men on with nobody out.
George Kell.
Kell is a decent bunter. He batted .287 with 10 home runs and 37 RBIs. George Kell, who was most noted for playing for the Detroit Tigers. As you can see, he also played for the White Sox. But now he is playing for the Orioles in 1957. Might as well have him take a few pitches. No, strike. Okay, we're going to bunt. Here's the bunt. And it's successful. Sacrifice.
First baseman, Bob Boyd.
Here's Bob Boyd. He batted .314 with 4 home runs and 45 RBIs. You can see the discrepancy in the power numbers between the Orioles, who were a singles hitting ball club, versus the powerful Bronx Bombers, the New York Yankees, with players like Mickey Mantle with 52 home runs. Boyd has been very good in this tournament. He's got 2 balls and no strikes. The infield is back. All we have to do is make contact here. Okay, all we have to do is hit fair contact. He stays alive with a foul ball behind, and Yogi couldn't get to it. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And he walks him.
Catcher, Gus Triandos.
And Triandos is up, the catcher, probably the biggest power hitter on the team with 23 home runs, 82 RBIs. Turley has not pitched in a long time. I guess he's rusty. He's walked 3 batters this inning. Let's see if the Orioles can make them pay. Strike 1. 2 quick strikes on Triandos. Ball 1. Strikes
Left
him
fielder,
out.
Bob Neiman.
Turley strikes him out, and now there's 2 away. He can easily get out of this inning. This is Bob Neiman, the left fielder, .269, 15 home runs, 63 RBIs in the replay. Ball 1 to Neiman. 2 balls. 3 balls, no strikes to Neiman. We're going to take at least 1. Strike. Ball 4, he walks in a run.
Center fielder, Jim Busby.
Jim Busby, mostly, you can see this is the type of player that the Orioles had. Very good defense, but not much hitting. Strike 1 to Busby. 34 RBIs in the regular season, only 2 home runs. And he dribbler down the left field line. Strike 2. Here's a base hit for Busby. 1 run is in. 2
Second
runs are in.
Billy Gardner.
And the Orioles jump out to a 3-0 lead against the number 1 ranked Yankees. Here's Billy Gardner. Batted 236 with 2 home runs, 45 RBIs, but is a very good defensive second baseman. Exceptional, actually. Only had 11 errors, and that error is probably very good. Here's Billy. And it's a pop-up, but it should be out of play. Andy Carey's trying to get there, but it's foul. One ball, 2 strikes to Billy Gardner. And he walks. That's the 5th walk of
Pitcher,
the inning.
Connie Johnson.
Brings up Connie Johnson. Of course, as many pitchers, not much of a hitter. And that should be easy. It's a little pop-up to Andy Carey. This should end the inning. And it
Pitching
does.
for 57 BAL, 54, Connie Johnson. Leading off for 58 Nia, 1, left fielder, Elston Howard.
Elston Howard leading off. Batted .332 with 13 home runs, 70 RBIs. He has power and on base, and he's playing left field. The Yankees had this great dilemma in the 50s. Who plays behind the plate? Is it one of the greatest catchers of all time, Yogi Berra, who's getting a little bit older? Or they have this new, young, shiny, excellent defensive, also can contribute offensively catcher in Elston Howard. And basically the two rotated between left field and catcher. They wanted to get both of them in the lineup. It reminds me a little bit of Kyle Schwarber and Montero of the Cubs right now in 2015. Their current dilemma. It's a good dilemma to have. Elston Howard is going to pop out.
Shortstop, Tony Kubek.
And Goodman makes his first play at short. That's a good sign, even though it was a little dribbler or pop fly. Here's Tony Kubek. That should be easy,
Center
and
fielder,
it is.
Mickey Mantle.
And here's Mickey Mantle. Had 10 more home runs than he did in real life. Had a slugging percentage of 65 points higher than real life. This is typical for all the replays. Mantle was just unbelievable in every season. But he
Right
strikes
fielder,
out.
Al Pilarczyk.
And that's my strategy, to build up the opposing players to a point of unbelief, and then they strike out. That's what I like to see. Here's Pilarczyk. He walked in the first, like many of them, but this time he's going to pop out to Yogi.
Shortstop, Billy Goodman.
And Goodman walked and scored in the first inning. And he strikes
Third
out this
baseman,
time.
George Kell.
So Turley had a stern talking to by Casey Stengel in the first inning, and he seems to have responded here in the second inning. Easy inning for Turley. 1, 2, 3.
Third baseman, Andy Carey.
So it's still 3-0 Baltimore. Andy Carey, the surprise cleanup hitter. He's there because, well, I think he had his best year in 1958. Struck
Catcher,
him out though.
Yogi Berra.
So Johnson has come out firing here in this first game of this series. Here's Yogi, 27 home runs, 90 RBIs, batted .337. And he walks.
Right fielder, Hank Bauer.
He is no threat to steal, however, but we'll leave Boyd watching him, holding him on. Here's Hank. 284, 14 home runs, 55 RBIs. He strikes
First baseman,
out.
Bill Skowron.
Third strikeout for Connie Johnson. Here's Moose Skowron. And hopefully that's easy. Should.
First baseman, Bob Boyd.
The pitcher Johnson covers first, and the second inning is over. And it's still 3-0. Here's Bob Boyd. He, as many, walked in the first inning. He hits it to the outfield. It's
Catcher,
caught by Mickey Mantle,
Gus
one away.
Triandos.
And I would change the pronunciation, but like I've said many times before, it's not excellent video. He walks.
Left fielder, Bob Neiman.
So it's already 6 walks for Turley. Here's Bob Neiman. And he was the one who walked in. Got the RBI walk in the first inning. He walks. 7 walks.
Center fielder, Jim Busby.
How long will Casey stay with Turley? He's obviously rusty after all this sitting around for 11 days. He walks, the 8th walk
Second
of
baseman,
the game, and we're
Billy
only in the 3rd
Gardner.
inning. Once again, Billy Gardner faces a bases-loaded situation. I don't know, I can't remember if it was or not, but it sounds good. Hits it out to right. Will he tag up? Triandos is going for home. Did they
Pitcher,
throw it to second
Connie
base?
Johnson.
Bauer's a good arm, but they didn't try it. So it's now 4-0 for Baltimore. Here's the pitcher, Connie Johnson.
Second baseman, Gil McDougall.
And they're pretty excited about striking out a pitcher. Doesn't sound like a typical Yankee crowd. Here's McDougall, 18 home runs, 55 RBIs, and his typical outstanding defense.
Pitcher,
Strikeout.
Bob Turley.
That's strikeout number 4 for Johnson. Here's the pitcher, Turley. They're keeping him in the game.
Left
He lines
fielder,
out.
Elston Howard.
Elston Howard 0 for 1. He hits it high and deep,
Right fielder,
but it's caught at the wall.
Larsick.
It's caught at the wall by Bob Neiman. So we're through 3, and it's 4-0 Baltimore, who have 4 runs on 1 hit. The Yankees are without a hit so far. Turley has 81 pitches after 3 innings. This one could be out. There's a lot of foul territory. Yogi's quick,
Shortstop,
and he
Billy
is out.
Goodman.
Here's Goodman, 0 for 1 with a walk. He
Third
strikes
baseman,
out.
George Kell.
Here's Kell. He's 0 for 1. And Bauer should have that.
Shortstop, Tony Quebec.
So we're in the bottom of the 4th, 4-0. Only 1 hit in this ball game so far for both teams total. Here's Quebec. Kell makes the play,
Center
one
fielder,
away.
Mickey Mantle.
Very important to get that guy out right in front of Mickey Mantle. Fly ball should be caught.
Third baseman,
And it is.
Andy Carey.
Pilarczyk is an outstanding outfielder, as is Busby. And there's the first Yankee hit.
Catcher, Yogi Berra.
And that means Yogi Berra has somebody on base. That one's hit hard and deep, but it's caught
First
at the
baseman,
wall.
Bob Boyd.
Pilarczyk ends the inning with an outstanding catch, and it's 4-0 Baltimore. There's Bob Boyd. He pops out. One away here in the
Catcher,
5th.
Gus Triandos.
Struck out and walked. He hits it foul. 2 strikes on Triandos. He hits it pretty well. It is out of here. Number 24 for Gus Triandos.
Left fielder, Bob Neiman.
And it makes it 5-0 Cinderella. The
Center
54th
fielder,
ranked
Jim
Orioles are
Busby.
leading 5-0 over the number 1 seed Yankees. And Neiman walks and that's the number 9. Walk number 9 for Turley. He's thrown 107 pitches. Here's Busby, 299 hitter. That could be 2. No, he's going to first.
Second baseman, Billy Gardner.
Billy Gardner. He has walked and sacrifice fly. He still has no official at-bats in this game. And still no official at-bats as
Pitcher, Connie Johnson.
Turley gives up his 10th walk of the game. He has 145 pitches. I don't know why he's still in the ball game. I honestly don't understand it. Here's Connie Johnson. We're not taking him out. And that should be the 3rd out of the inning.
Right fielder, Hank Bauer.
But the Orioles tack on another run on the solo home run by Gus Triandos. And it's now 5-0. Here's Hank Bauer, 0 for 1. He strikes
First baseman,
out.
Bill Skowron.
That's Johnson's 5th strikeout. Here's Skowron. And there's a base hit. It's in the gap. He's going for 3. He is safe
Second
at
baseman,
3rd. A
Gil
triple
McDougall.
for Skowron, not noted for his speed, but he has, that's his 6th triple of the year. We are going to leave the infield back. We'll give up the run. And it's a base hit anyway.
Pitcher, Bob Turley.
It's now 5-1. If I was the Yankees, I would pull Turley here, but they're letting him bunt.
Left fielder, Elston Howard.
Signs of life for the Yankees here in the 5th. They have an opportunity to score another run with a man in scoring position and an excellent hitter in Elston Howard up. But he strikes
Right fielder,
out.
Al Pilarczyk.
That's strikeout number 6 for Connie Johnson. Here's Pilarczyk 0 for 2.
Shortstop, Billy Goodman.
And Goodman.
Third baseman,
Will
George
line out to the
Kell.
pitcher. And George Kell.
Shortstop, Tony Kubek.
I'd be tempted to put in a real shortstop, but I don't know. Goodman hasn't given me any scary situations yet, so we'll keep him in the ball game. Here's Kubek. It's 5-1. Kell is
Center fielder,
fielding most of them, and
Mickey
he's one of the great
Mantle.
third basemen of his era. Here's Mantle. He's 0 for 2. He strikes
Third
out
baseman,
again.
Andy Carey.
7 strikeouts for Johnson. Andy Carey 1 for 2. 2 for 3.
Catcher,
He singles
Yogi
up the middle.
Berra.
Here's Yogi, 0 for 1. He's walked and flied to deep right. Another big fly. That one's gone. Yogi
Right
Berra,
fielder,
2-run home
Hank
run.
Bauer.
It's now 5-3. A 380-foot home run for Yogi Berra. And the Yankees are coming to life. Bauer's 0 for 2. Another
First baseman,
strikeout.
Bob Boyd.
The fans are reacting to Bauer's 3rd strikeout of the day. And Johnson's 8th. And Turley is somehow still in this ball game. He's walked 10 men. Only 2 hits for the Orioles. And there's the
Pitching for
speckled
58
one,
Naya.
Ryan Duran.
Ryan Duran.
Fireballer.
Catcher, Gus Triandos.
Guess they didn't want Triandos to hit another home run. Duran doesn't give up many. He only gave up 2 all year. He had 17 saves. They're bringing their closer here in the 7th inning. And that one should be easy. A pop fly. Carey's waiting for it and has
Left
it.
fielder, Bob Neiman.
There's Bob Neiman. He has no official at-bats and an RBI. He's walked 3 times, once with the bases loaded. And there's a base hit. Only the 3rd hit
Center
for the
fielder,
Orioles.
Jim Busby.
Here's Busby. He is 1 for 2. He also has walked. Last time he grounded to short. I have a feeling that the Orioles would like a couple more runs here. Strike 1 to Busby. It's been a while since we went to pitch-by-pitch mode, and that's because the Yankees have come back and have the ball game within 2 runs. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Busby. And he struck
First
him out.
baseman, Bill Skowron.
So Duran was effective there in the 7th inning, and it's 5-3. We have to watch Johnson here. He does have 50 pitches, but unlike many of the games I've played lately, the Orioles have a good bullpen. So you might as well use them, especially to hold a lead. Fly ball.
Second baseman,
Caught by Neiman,
Gil
1 away here in the
McDougal.
7th. McDougal's 1 for 2. Fly ball should be caught.
Pitcher,
It is.
Ryan Duran.
And we have a pinch hitter, Norm Seaburn, their leading left-handed batter.
Pinch hitting for 58 Naya. 1. Norm Seaburn.
If it was me, I would have brought Seaburn in with a man on base, but Casey Stengel felt he did not have time to wait for that situation. Seaburn is a .295 hitter, 10 home runs, 48 RBIs. And he has a base hit in the gap. He's going for 3.
Left fielder, Elston Howard.
And the fans will tell you how that one turned out. Man on 3rd, 2 out. Elston Howard, 0 for 3, popped to short, fly down the left field line and struck out. talk to Johnson. This is a key situation. He is strong. Hey, buddy, you can do it. Got him out 3 times already. Let's make it 4. And that is line foul. Opposite field. 1 strike on Howard. Strike 2 on Howard. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a base hit. We have a 1-run ball game.
Shortstop, Tony, Quebec.
The Yankees have come back and are only 1 run behind. Quebec's 0 for 3. We all know who's on deck. We have to get this man out. 1 ball and 1 strike to Quebec. 2 balls, or 1 ball, 2 strikes to Quebec. 2-2. And he struck him
Pitching
out.
for 58 Naya. 1. Johnny Cucks.
Johnny Cucks.
Second baseman, Billy Gardner.
Kind of rotated between the rotation and the bullpen in 1958, but is an excellent pitcher. Not the greatest expression there. He is a master against right-handers, so if we have any left-handed pinch hitters, this would be the time, but not with Billy Gardner. We need him at second base. He
Pitcher,
struck out.
Connie Johnson.
Connie Johnson. I don't think we can leave him in the ball game. I really don't. I think he's laboring. I'm just seeing which way Mantle is better. So he's slightly better against lefties. Then we have Carey. Then we have Berra. There's somebody obvious to bring in. Oh, I'm on the wrong team. I was hoping Enos Slaughter would be mine, but he's not. Okay, we've got Wayne Kazi. Might be able to draw a walk. Cucks doesn't walk many. And left-handers we have next is Tex Nelson. So there's no obvious guy off the bench. Tito Francona, perhaps. Now our bullpen, you can see we're really good. So maybe we should just go with the bullpen. That's what we'll do. We'll bring in Tito Francona. He will pinch hit.
Pinch hitter, Tito Francona.
Tito was much traveled early in his career. Here he is with Baltimore. That hat looks like Detroit. And so he must have started with Detroit, went to Baltimore. In 58, I remember he was in Chicago with the White Sox, and then he finally found a home with the Indians in 59. And
Right
he lines
fielder,
out.
Al Pilarson.
And
Center fielder, Mickey Mantle.
Baltimore really hasn't done much offensively. 3 hits, yet they're winning this ball game 5-4. But now we have to face Mickey Mantle. And who is going to have that privilege? Well, we have good selection. We have Forniels. Definitely we want to bring in a right-hander. And a lot of their bullpen guys are left-handers. Jerry Walker gave up 1 home run in 103 at-bats. So we want somebody again that can pitch against left-handers. Okay. He walks people, but he doesn't give up much power. Forniels gives up 2 home runs. But most of our good bullpen guys are left-handed. We've got Milt Pappas, just beginning his career, an 18-year-old. He did well against right-handers. I don't know if I trust him with that only 8 innings pitched. So we're going to bring in Jerry Walker. And he is going to go into the pitcher's spot.
Pitching for 57 BAL, 54, Jerry Walker.
He's a majestic looking fella. So hopefully he can get Mickey Mantle to strike out. Nope, it is gone. Tie ball game. The 53rd home run of the year for Mantle. And it's now 5-5. It was once 5-0. Now 5-5. The Yankees have all the momentum. Jerry Walker did not give up a home run, but he gives up one here. So we are tied. Here's Carey.
Catcher, Yogi Berra.
I think maybe the Orioles thought they had this
Right
one
fielder,
and relaxed.
Hank Bauer.
So the
Shortstop, Billy Goodman.
So the 8th inning is over and is now 5-5. Billy Goodman, my friend, he has done nothing today. He walked once and scored in the 1st inning, but he has done nothing since. But he has a base hit to lead off the 9th.
Third baseman, George Kell.
And Kell can hit and run, and he can bunt both. Goodman doesn't run well, so we will try the bunt. Ball 1. Okay, so yes, we can't depend on a walk from Johnny Cox. So he will sacrifice right here successfully.
First baseman, Bob Boyd.
We'll leave it up to Bob Boyd. 312 hitter. He is 0 for 3 today. Ball 1 to Boyd. 1-1. He hits it to the wall. A run will score.
Catcher, Gus Triandos.
And Boyd comes up with a key 9th inning double to drive in. Billy Goodman and the Orioles retake the lead 6-5. Here's Triandos. He homered in inning number 3, I believe. No, 5. And that time he put the Orioles ahead 5-0. But a game is never in doubt against these Yankees. Strike 1 to Triandos. Fly ball, center field. Mickey's got it.
Left fielder, Bob Neiman.
Here's Neiman with 2 out. An insurance run would be good. Oh, they're putting him on.
Center fielder, Jim Busby.
To pitch to Busby. Busby, I hope that you feel offended by that. Will come through with us. Clutch base hit. Ball 1 to Busby. 2 balls. And he dribbles out to the
First
pitcher.
baseman, Bill Skowron.
Okay, so we have Skowron, McDougald, and a pinch hitter. Doesn't have a save all season. Well, let's see what he can do.
Second baseman, Gil McDougall.
So that was the toughest play for Goodman at short, and he passed the test. 1 away here in the 9th. McDougald 1 for 3. He grounded a single between 3rd and short and drove in a run in the 5th. The first run of the game. He broke the scoreless drought of the Yankees. Now they're relying on him again, but he flies out to Neiman.
Pitcher, Johnny Cox.
And the Orioles need 1 more out to win game 1. And who's the pinch hitter going to be? Enos Slaughter.
Pinch hitting for 58 Naya, 1, Enos Slaughter.
How old is Enos at this time? He is 42 years old. Here he is in the bottom of the 9th, and that's the man they decide to bring in. Batted .299 with a home run and 15 RBIs with a .394 on-base percentage. That sounded pretty good, but it's caught.
The final score from Yankee Stadium, 57 BAL, 54, 6, 58 Naya, 1, 5, 57 BAL, 54, has won 6 in a row. Jerry Walker picks up the win. He is now 6-4 on the season. Johnny Cox picks up the loss. He is now 9-5. Gus Triandos hit his 24th home run of the season. Yogi Berra hit his 28th. Mickey Mantle hit his 53rd. Time of the game, 2 hours, 16 minutes.
So that is the ball game. Game 1 of this series. Cinderella prevails 6-5 with a run in the top of the 9th to win this one. We thought for sure the Yankees would have the momentum coming back from a 5-0 deficit, but this resilient Orioles team, only in Baltimore for 3-4 years at this point, having come over from St. Louis, the perennial loser Browns in Baltimore. We know what happens in the 60s. The Orioles become one of the great teams in history of baseball. But at this point, the Orioles are just, everybody sees them as the Browns, the relocated Browns. So this would be huge upset for the 54th ranked Orioles taking on the first number 1 ranked Yankees. But it's only game 1. And as I said, now we get to elimination games. I'll be back with you. But until then, this is King Icky Boo with Tiny Archibald saying so long, everybody, from Yankee Stadium, where the final score, the 1957 Baltimore Orioles 6 and the 1958 New York Yankees 5. Orioles lead 1-0. We'll see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.